How's it going on, everybody? My name is Abel from Urban Pictures, and this is Top 5, your new Top 5 show in snowboarding on the internet. Today, we're going to be covering the top 5 reasons why you're not getting better in snowboarding. Number 5, you don't ride that often. Whether you're a guy that only rides weekends, or maybe you ride only 10 days a season, you gotta ride more often than you currently ride. If you're not getting better, it means you're not getting enough practice. And it's what they say, practice makes perfect. Practice also makes permanent. So if you practice the wrong thing 10 times a season, you're going to be learning the wrong thing. So whether, let's say, for the purpose of this video, you're trying to learn backside board slides on rails, you gotta practice them a lot in order to get them. And that's not gonna happen if I ride in a week more than you ride your entire season, right? So if you ride, let's say, 5 days a week or 3 days a week, and especially if you don't ride in the weekends, then you can really perfect yourself because the park is going to be empty in the weekdays. Number 4, you're not having fun. So this can go in a lot of ways. If you're not having fun, why are you snowboarding, right? If you just sit there and complain all the time, oh, those damn skiers, oh, my board isn't working correctly, oh, I don't have the right equipment, blah, 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 and you keep making excuses, you're not going to have fun. You gotta stop complaining and you gotta start pushing yourself to have fun. How do you have fun? It's very simple. You choose and you say, okay, from now on, I'm going to have fun, and that's going to work. If you keep complaining all the time, you're not gonna have fun. You gotta just put your mind to it and say, okay, today I'm going to be practicing backside board slides and I'm going to have fun. Number 3, you aren't confident. Now, if you're not confident, whether you're scared of being laughed at, maybe there's some kids in the park that are going to make fun of you when you fall, maybe you're afraid of falling. If you're not confident, you're not going to push yourself, and if you're not going to push yourself, you're not going to get better. The way that you become more confident is maybe you get new gear, maybe a new board is going to help you out. You know, these are all things that are in your mind, but are going to help you. Maybe those new goggles with that low light lens in the night are going to help you become more confident. Maybe wearing a helmet is going to help you out. If you're always afraid and stressing out, maybe you should wear headphones and listen to like music that you like. Maybe that's going to help you push yourself, you know? And these things are going to help you out. Maybe crash shorts are going to make you become more confident. Or maybe sometimes you just got to choose and say, look, if I fall, I don't care. I'm going to do this and I'm going to learn how to do this properly. Number 2, you don't commit. Now, commitment isn't really an issue in everything, even outside of snowboarding. But in snowboarding specifically, committing is putting yourself to that rail and saying, okay, like leaning forward, that's committing. Saying, screw it, if I fall, I fall, but I'm going to give it 100%. And you're going to say, I'm going to twist full 90 degrees. That's commitment. Because what happens is that when you're scared and you don't want to, you're scared, you're going to go and leaning back. You're going to lean back and catch your back edge. And you don't want to catch that on a rail because that's going to really screw with your confidence. And that's not fun, right? So you gotta commit, right? And you gotta lean forward when you commit, and that's going to help you a lot. Like the way I learned all of my tricks is that I said, okay, I'm just gonna go for it, and I went for it. I committed 100%, and it worked. And sometimes I didn't commit, but it also worked, and my board helped me out. But you gotta really commit, and that's gonna help you a lot. Honorable mentions: wrong gear. Maybe you have a faulty gear. Maybe your gear doesn't work, you know. And I said this in not complaining and making excuses. Like, you could not make excuses and that's gonna work, but sometimes your gear doesn't work. Maybe your board has a crack, a stress crack, and it's really affecting your flex point. Maybe you're not on the right setup. Like, let's say this board is a Bataleon Evil Twin right here. It's a really great park board and it's flexy. I would say 4 out of 10 flex. But you see here, it's a beveled spoon-like tips. It's a 3D shape. So for a park rider that loves to butter a lot, that's something good to have. But for somebody that rides East Coast ice and wants to carve or charge fast, like, you're not gonna do fun on that because your contacts are elevated and maybe that's not the right equipment for you, you know? Like if you're somebody who likes to charge it, maybe a 157 Mercury is something for you, but if you're the one buttering around, don't get a Mercury, right? So that's not gonna work. Maybe your gear is prehistoric, maybe it's a dinosaur, maybe your bindings, like these ones here, these are good bindings. They offer good toe support. Maybe your bindings are like this. And maybe that's not going to really help you out for those Euro carves, you know? And that's just something to consider. Another honorable mention, you lack a crew. Crews always help you push yourself. So if you have people that you could copy their tricks, you could ask for advice. You could say that to the park rider. Hey, how did you do that backside board side on a rail? Well, this way, right? And he's gonna help you. You gotta ride with people, you know, like this guy right here on the magazine, he rides with people. This guy's confident. That's how he's getting this. He's having fun, you know. You gotta always try to be like your heroes and copy what they do, right? The last honorable mention, dehydration. Maybe you didn't drink water that day. Maybe you don't have energy. Maybe you didn't eat that day, and that's an issue. You gotta eat. And the number one reason why you're not getting better in snowboarding is you don't have a goal. There's this acronym in sports called SMART. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So let me explain that to you. Specific, the first letter. Your goal has to be direct, detailed, and meaningful to you. I want to get a backside board slide on a rail, right? So that's specific. Measurable. I can track the process. Let's say I'm going to give myself some steps. I'm going to first learn how to do it on a box, going center. Then I'm going to learn how to do a backside 50-50 on a rail, urban style. Then I'm going to twist 90 degree and lean forward and do it, you know. That's measurable. Attainable. Your goal is realistic and you have the tools and resources to attain it. So you have to have a season pass, you have to have a good equipment. You have to know that I've done it before on boxes, I'm sure I could do it. That's an attainable goal. R, relevant. Your goal aligns with what you're doing. If you're a snowboarder and you're a park snowboarder, that's a relevant goal. Time-based, you have a deadline. Let's say I'm gonna give myself 3 weeks to learn this. That's a deadline. That's something that I could do it, and time-based. And your goal, you have to know, like, oh, could I do rails from the side? Yes or no? Because if you can't, if you can barely do a box, how are you gonna do a backside board slide on a kinked rail, right? That's not realistic. That's not relevant. And of course, you gotta set that in your times. So if you have a SMART goal, and if you have a goal, you're going to get better at snowboarding. And I recommend all of you to have a goal, because the people that get better are the ones who have a vision and visualize and say, I want this goal, right? And that's going to work for you. So these have been the top five reasons why you're not getting better at snowboarding. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with them? Do you think I left something out? If so, leave me something in the comment section below. Peace.